And good evening, Buster fans, and welcome into Conestoga Arena here on Buster TV. I'm Dalton Janisek, the voice of the Lady Bronkbuster volleyball team. Tonight, the Bronkbusters come in 3-0 after a 2-week quarantine session. Their last game was played back against Independence back on the 9th. So, going to be an interesting matchup. The Lady Cougars are coming in 7-6, the Lady Bronkbusters rather, are coming in 7-6 overall in the season and 3-0 in the Jayhawk Conference. Their opponent tonight, well, it's a good one. Barton Community College, overall 11-3 to this season. Conference, they're 3-1 in the Jayhawk Conference. And this program they're taking on tonight is good to say the least. Garden hasn't won over Barton since before 2012. Barton leads this matchup 14-0 since the 12 season. Barton, good record holder, 2003 NJCAA National Champions, 22 NJCAA National Tournament appearances, 22 NJCAA Region 6 champs, and 20 Jayhawk Conference titles. It's going to be a good matchup, ladies and gentlemen, tonight. Go ahead and look at your starting lineups for the Lady Bronkbusters. Number 2, middle blocker, freshman from Burlington, Wisconsin, Laren Baldowski. For the libero position, it's the freshman setter, number 3, Emma Soltz from Winfield, Kansas. A freshman outside hitter, from Garden City, Kansas, it's Allie Meng. A freshman outside hitter from Garden City, Kansas, Reagan Carlin. A freshman libero and from Lake Jackson, Texas, it's Victoria Garrett. A freshman setter from Garden City, Kansas, Remy Vargas. And a sophomore outside hitter as well is Pulelu Keb from Honolulu, Hawaii. So look at your Lady Bronkbusters starting lineups. Go ahead and take a 1-minute timeout. We come back, we'll get your Barton County Community College starting lineups here on Buster TV. And we'll go back inside Conestoga Arena, getting ready to set off for the Lady Bronkbuster volleyball team versus the Barton County Community College Cougars. So the Lady Bronkbusters coming in to this matchup, not having played since February 9th. The Lady Bronkbusters went into quarantine on the 10th of February. And some of these girls haven't even practiced since, Independence, the game on Independence back on the 9th. For example, Laren Baldowski's first touch of a ball was yesterday at practice at 4 o'clock. And Angel Sherman and Victoria Garrett, this is their first night since the 10th going into quarantine. Teams are getting off the court. We're getting ready to do starting lineups and pregame ceremonies. We did not get a starting lineup from Barton Community College, so we will announce that with our PA announcer momentarily. First time fans have been in the stands since last year versus Colby on October 30th. And we'll step aside for our pregame ceremonies here on Buster TV. And that was your national anthem here in Conestoga Arena. Let's go ahead and stay courtside and listen to the PA announcer for our starting lineups.
Starting lineups this evening are brought to you by the Council Daily Group. And now the starting lineups. First for the Barton Community College Lady Cougars. Starting an outside hitter, a 5'10" freshman from Southland, Kansas, number 1, Allison Price.
So Allison Price starting off number 1. And from Hayes, Kansas, number 3, Josiah Nunnery, and freshman outside hitter.
At center, a 5'6" freshman from Araraquara, Brazil.
And from Araraquara, Brazil, it's going to be number 5, Isabel Guades.
A 5'9" sophomore and outside hitter from Barra.
And from Baravella, Brazil, it's going to be Melina Testoni, a sophomore, number 8. And the libero for the Barton County Community College Cougars is going to be Hannah Miller from Wichita. And from Red Deer, Canada, it's going to be number 12, Joelle LaForce. And that's an outside hitter, a 6-foot freshman from Fort Walton Beach, Florida. It's going to be the number 15 of Mariah Santos. Rounding out your starting lineup for the Barton Community College.
And now everybody on your feet for your Garden City Lady
This is
Blockbusters.
head coached by Alan Siegel, his second season. In Siegel's first season, Barton fought through adversity, battling to a second place finish in the Jayhawk Division I standings, posting a 13-3 league mark. Catching fire late, winning 10 of their final 12 matches, Barton saw its season conclude for the second straight year in the semifinals of the Region 6 tournament, capping the year off 24-12. It's Alan Siegel's record for Barton Community College. Looking over at the Garden City side of things, also second-year coach Patrick Hiltz coming in 13-35, his record from the last 2 years. Patrick Hiltz entered his second season as the head coach at Garden City, came to Garden City after serving a season as an assistant to Blinn.
Garden City, Kansas, number 5, Alex.
Still going through introductions. The crowd is on fire as a lot of support for these Lady Busters. The community knows and has seen the good things this team has done. The only 6 losses this team has had has been to nationally ranked teams in the top 20. Hutchinson and Barton getting votes this last week for the top 20 poll, even though Garden City Community College beat Hutchinson in the first home game back on the 25th of January. That was a 3-1 win. The only loss was the second set, and Coach Hiltz talked about it just being a lineup error. And Coach Hiltz and Siegel meeting at the midline, and we are ready for volleyball here inside of Conestoga Arena. Your officials for tonight are Bert Lucini and Bob Stuzalt. Your line judges are Alexis Sands and Chris Vargas. A full stand of crowd of fans in the stands, and the Lady Busters are ready to play. Like I said, 2 weeks since they have been on the court and touched a ball. Some of the girls haven't even touched the ball since the 9th against Independence. Your Lady Busters in yellow home uniforms with brown numerals trimmed in white, and your Lady Cougars in white uniforms with blue numerals with black trim. And serving off for Barton County Community College is Isabel Guadez. Good pass by Durham. Ball back over. Big kill. Big save by Durham. They'll get it back over the net. And that's a serving error a attack error for Garden City. That would have been a pass error on Garden City. Guadez ball, and it's going to hit the net mid-center, and that'll be a point for Garden City, 1-1 early off in the game. That's something Coach Hiltz had worked on yesterday in practice, was the service errors, trying to get as many serves up as possible in practice yesterday. The setup, kill from the outside, and it's blocked by Keb. Keb and Durham get the block on the net, and it's now 2-1. Awesome step and jump from Keb and Durham on the net. And serving off is Vargas. Vargas gets it over the net. A setup, spike, and it's a set, safe, and no. They will not get it back over the net. The ball touched the court, but awesome effort there by the Lady Bronkbusters. And serves off from Nunnery. Set up. Spike in the middle lane. Barton sets it over easy. Nice dig by Soltz, but it won't be enough. Point goes to Barton there as Emma Soltz went for a diving dig there, but Lady Bronkbusters weren't able to finish off that set. 3-2 in favor of Barton. Nunnery gets it over. Nice dig by Soltz, but it's going to go rolling onto the court. And another point for Barton, 4-2. Ball's back over. A setup from Vargas. A tip over, and it'll be a line violation over under the net. And that will be on Keb. So early lead for the Barton Community College Cougars with a amount of errors. Big spike off the attack line from Durham, and it's going to get blocked by Barton's number 15 of Santos. Mariah Santos getting the block there. Barton off to a strong lead here in the first set, 6-2. And serving for the Lady Cougars is going to be number 3, Tasia Nunnery. Serves over. Pass from Keb. Spiked over the net by Reagan. Spike. They've got it. Keb. And Durham gets it back over the net for the Lady Bronkbusters. Ball still in play. Big spike coming from Carlin, and it's blocked at the net. But Keb gets it back over with a tip and roll. Paola Keb gets a point on the board for the Lady Bronkbusters, and it's now 3-6 in favor of Barton. Reagan Carlin now at the service line. She gets it over to the net. Great serve by Carlin. Set from Keb. Pass from Carlin and tapped over the net by Durham. Big spike through the middle. Blocked attempt, but it's a block error on Keb, and it goes out of bounds. Point Barton there. Intense matchup already starting off here in the first set. We knew it was going to be good. Barton with a strong reputation. Garden City hasn't won the last 14 versus this team. Great set, and it's going to be a passing error on Emma Schultz as the libero. Eight to 3 early favor for Barton here in the first set. Serves over from the libero for Barton. It's Miller. And a attack on number 8, Testoni. And Hiltz is not happy. with Durham. And we'll take it with them here. 30-second timeout. We'll be back here on Buster TV. And back inside here in Conestoga Arena, the Lady Cougars off to a early start here. 6 lead over your Lady Bronkbusters, 9-3. Here, Coach Hiltz calling his first timeout of the night after a middle line drive on the attack line from Barton. And Coach Hiltz talking to the team about just passing, better passing on the back row and front row. Lady Bronkbusters back out on the court. We're ready for more action here inside of Conestoga Arena. The number 11, Libro Miller, set to serve for Barton. Miller's serve is up, and it's over. Pass from Schultz, and they get it back over to the Met. And it's an attack error on the Lady Bronkbusters as the pass over the net was out of bounds. Miller to serve again for Barton. Ball is out of bounds, and that's finally, and that's an answer for the Lady Bronkbusters there after going on a 6-0 run for Barton. 4-10 now. Keb on the back line, ready to serve. Keb is currently 3-2 on service errors and service attempts and errors. And that's going to be a kill straight down the middle pipe into the back row. Another point for Barton. Keb will rotate out. And Baldowski back in the game. Current people on the court, Baldowski, Meng, Vargas, Durham, Schultz, and Carlin. Serve is up. And it is out of bounds, out of the back row by Schultz. It's her third passing error. And Coach Hiltz calling a rotation now as Ming will get back into the backcourt. Carlin gets the pass, and it's out of bounds again. It's the second passing error in a row for the Lady Bronkbusters. And Barton leads now 13-4 here in the first set. Not a traditional lineup here for the Bronkbusters, as Victoria Garrett usually is the starting libero for the Bronkbusters. Big pass from Barton back over to the court. Barton Busters have time to set it up, and it's a block from Barton. Big setup for Meng. She gets it to go over the net, but it's quickly blocked by Barton's front row, number 8 of Melanie Testoni. Testoni and LaForce on the front row getting a block on Meng's drive. Ball barely tips over the net from the serve. Baldowski, big driving spike on the neck, and it's blocked again by LaForce. That front row is strong for Barton. LaForce and Testoni making up a big block again. And it is 15-4 now in favor of Barton. Service again. Keb sets it up. Durham, tap over. It's a setup, spike, and it's out of bounds. Good read by Reagan Carlin on the back row. And Lady Busters now 5 on the board. And Taja Durham is serving over on the service line. Set up from Barton, spike down middle, and Schultz wasn't quick enough to get it on her right. Schultz having lots of trouble here to begin the night as the starting libero. A lot of support coming from the Garden City sideline. Good pass by Carlin, sets it up, Mengs, spike over the net. Barton responds, libero. Spike out of the net, and it's out of bounds. And Garden City starting to get some rolling momentum here late in the first set. They trail Barton by 10 here as Ming on the service line. She gets it over. Set up from Barton. Big spike, cross court. Durham responds with a block from Baldowski. Carlin spikes it down, and it's a point for Garden City. Big spike from Carlin as Reagan Carlin adds another spike, as another kill to her record. Carlin currently leads 10th with kills in the nation, 10th overall in the nation, and she's now got 183 kills over the net. And Ming won't get there in time for the dive. It is now 17-7 in favor of Barton. Lady Bronkbusters were getting some momentum there, rolling from the line kill from Carlin. LaForce with a service error there, doesn't get it over the net as it smacks dab right in the middle of the net. Baldowski will check out and Keb back in for the Lady Bronkbusters. As Emma Soltz will go to the service line. Ball's up and it's over. Good serve from Soltz. Barton will set it up. Kill down the left side, and it's another kill for Barton as they look to seal this first set with an early lead of 10, 18-8. And getting set to serve for Barton is the number 5 of Isabel Guadas from Brazil. She is currently 16-14 with service aces over airs. And she is currently 28th in the nation in assists with 281. Big kill coming from Carlin. Straight down the pipe, and it's good. Another kill from Reagan Carlin on the outside hitter. And now Garden City starting to decrease that lead from Barton, 9-18 in favor of Barton. Vargas on the service line. She gets it up, and it's over. Barton will set it up. Miscue pass from there from Barton. Garden City will save it. Durham gets it back over the net. Miller sets it up. Line drive down the middle, and no one was there to stop it. And Barton now taking back over a 10-point lead over the Bronkbusters. Not a good sight for the first set. But yesterday in practice, talking to Coach Hiltz, he did say he was going to change the lineup a bit, try to see if they can deceive the Barton Community College Cougars. And the Bronkbusters will get an attack point there from Durham, I believe. The Bronkbusters now cutting it down to a 9-point deficit. Carlin on the service line, she'll get it over. Miller gets the pass. Spike down the pipe, and Soltz misses it again. And Barton now with a 10-point lead once again. Back and forth action here in Conestoga Arena, but the Barton Cougars off to a good lead in this first thing. Vargas running dive to save it, and Ming will get it back over to the net. Barton setting it up. Big spike, and Soltz off the hands of Soltz, and it'll be a point for Barton. Number 15 of Mariah Santos. Santos, a big factor on the front line for Barton. And Barton's biggest lead of the game now of 11. Ball is over the net. Big save there by Vargas. And that's a block, and they'll point it to Barton as it was a tip from Keb. Keb tipped it there, and it went out of bounds to right in front of me, actually. And Emma Soltz again with the air. As Barton looking to seal this first set with an early lead, 23-10. Miller serving, gets over the net. Vargas sets to Mang, and Mang will get the point with the kill. That's her second kill for the night. She's currently 57th in the nation, she's got 79 so far, make that 80. Now Keb on the service line getting ready to serve it. Keb is currently 3-2 with service aces over airs. She gets it over to the net, sets up for Barton. Carlin, diving save right there on the far side. Ming will get it over to the net. Barton has a chance to set it up here. Big spike coming down the pipe, and again, the Bronkbusters can't capitalize on that middle lane. And that is Barton's sweet spot here to start in the first set. 24-11 match point for the first set. And Alyssa Herder serving it over for Barton. Great Bend native there. Durham gets the spike over, and that is out of bounds, and that is the first set. So the Lady Bronkbusters falling in the first set, 11-25. We'll take a quick 1-minute timeout. We'll be back to start the second set here in Conestoga Arena.
Final score, our set one. Barton Community College 25, Garden City 11. Barton leads 1-0. The Bronkbuster volleyball team will be in action right here at Conestoga Arena. It will be taking on the Pratt Community College Lady Beavers Thursday, March 4th. Opening service scheduled for 6:30 p.m.
And welcome back inside Conestoga Arena as the Lady Bronkbusters lose the first set over the Lady Cougars from Barton. And that score was 11-25. If you're just joining us, welcome to Lady Bronkbuster Volleyball on Buster TV. I'm Dalton Janicek, the voice of the Lady Bronkbuster Volleyball team. I expect a lineup change here as we do. Emma Schultz will now switch with Garrett will now start as the libero for Garden City. A little information about Victoria Garrett. She's a 5'2" freshman from Lake Jackson, Texas, number 9, Victoria Garrett. She was coming in before tonight, a 2-week break like we mentioned in the pregame show. But Garrett, currently 8th in the nation with Diggs. She's got 246. She was second, let me mind you, the last game she played versus Independence on the 9th, Garrett was second in the nation, second overall in the National Junior College Association, Athletics Association, second overall with Diggs, and she only dropped to 8th over that 2-week span the girls were in quarantine. That tells you a lot about this girl. She knows how to get down to the ground and get a lot of balls back up in the air. Now back onto the court, we have a different lineup. On the back court, it's going to be Meng, Garrett, and Vargas. On the front court, it's going to be Keb, Sherman, and Carlin. And getting ready to start the second set here inside of Conestoga Arena. Vargas will serve for Garden City. Ball is up and it's over the net. Beautiful serve from Vargas. Barton setting it up. Big block by Sherman to start off the set. Another drive from Miller. The libero will get it served back over to the net and down that middle lane once again. Barton finding that sweet spot. Garden City. Keb, tap over the net. Barton has a chance to set it up. Big block, and it's saved by Vargas. Bronkbusters will set it up. Keb with the kill, and it's out of bounds. Early lead now for Barton, 2-0. A different look and a different feel here in the second set as Hiltz changes the lineup. Ball barely skims over the net. Big kill by Carlin, and it's saved, and it'll go up against the net. Point for Garden City. So count that as a ball handling error on Barton. Carlin on the service line. Ball up, and it's good. Big kill coming from Barton, and it's in the midcourt once again. So Garden City unable to get any digs or stops on that midcourt. Miller serves good over the net. Vargas sets it up. Keb. Line driving, it's in. The line judge said it was in, and that's a point for Garden City now. And Garrett will check out as Baldowski comes in. As Sherman gets ready to serve it over the line. Ball is up, and it's good. Barely over the net. Great serve as it dropped last second. And that's out of bounds from number 15 of Santos. Too hard over the net, and that goes out of bounds. Point, we are tied now. 3-3 here in the arena. Sherman on the line. Ball's up, and it's good. Sherman currently is 3 of 9 from the line, and that's out of bounds for number 12 of LaForce. So Barton's starting to see a rut here with some errors. And Sherman, that's 2 in a row for her. Let's see if she can get 3. Ball's up, and is no good. So out of service error for Sherman, and she'll check out as Garrett comes back in for the libero position on the back row. Current lineup is Baldowski, Vargas, Ming, Keb, Garrett, and Carlin. As Alyssa Herder gets ready to serve it over the net for Barton. Ball's up, and it's good. Big setup from Vargas. Big spike from Baldowski, and it's blocked. Carlin with a big spike from the back row. Barton setting it up. Big line drive from the middle, and it's another drop on the middle row. Oh. I don't even know the count there, how many times Barton has got a point in that middle section, and it's their sweet spot. Why change it now when it's worked in the first set? Ball's up. Set up from Carlin. Vargas. Keb. Misstep, and it's out of bounds on Keb. So an attack error for Keb. 6-4 in favor of Barton here. Garrett with some encouragement for her teammates on the back row. As Herder, ball is up, and it's good. Set up, Vargas on the middle row. Big kill from Ali Meng, and it's received for Barton. They'll set it up. Kill. Garrett gets a dig. Impressive dig. And Garden City keeps it alive. Big kill from Barton. Back and forth here. Meng with a big kill mid-court. And it's received. Barton setting it back over the net. Big block by Baldowski, and it's out of bounds. Seven to 4. A lot tighter game here to start off in the second set than we saw in the first. Ball is up, and it's good. Big pass over to the net. Big block by Baldowski. Vargas sets it up. Back row kill from Carlin, and it's out of bounds. Baldowski got the block. She's currently got 32 now on the season. And she is the leading blocker by 2 now for Garden City. Coming second next to her is Sherman with blocks. Herder, ball's up, and it barely gets over to the net. Vargas, big kill by Baldowski, and Barton somehow keeps it alive. Back over to the net. Garden City sets it up one more time. Keb with a kill, and it hits the ground. The libero of Miller couldn't keep it alive. She went to dive for it, and it went straight out from her hands. And a big kill when Garden City needed it here in the second set now. Keb gets the ball over the net. Shallow set up from Barton. And Hiltz not happy about that. And Hiltz is going to call a timeout as Barton getting a good kill over the net from a shallow pass. The next game for the Lady Bronkbusters will be this next week versus Pratt on the 4th at 6:30. That'll be here in Conestoga Arena. We'll have the call once again. Lady Bronkbusters going into this timeout trailing 5-9 over Barton. We talked about in the pregame show how good Barton is. Barton took number 7 Seward conference opponent, the number 7th ranked Seward County Community College, and they took them into 4 sets the other night, as that was one of their only 3 losses. The other 2 losses for Barton coming into tonight was Lorain County. They went 0-3 versus them, and Eastern Wyoming was ranked number 12 at the time, and they dropped to 1-3 on that. The next game for the Barton County Community College Cougars will be versus Butler on the 1st. That game is at 6:30, and you can find that on Barton's athletic webpage. And teams going back onto the court as the Lady Bronkbusters only trailing here by 4. Serving for Barton will be Tostoni. She'll get it over the line. Big pass from Reagan. Sets up, big kill from Baldowski. Baldowski with her first kill of the night. And that's her 68th kill of the season. Meng will get it over the line. Beautiful serve from Meng. Carlin, kill, and it's blocked by the number 12 of Miller. Miller getting another block on the season. That's her 4th block of the night and only 4th block of the season. Or excuse me, correction to that. It's her 29th block of the season. She had 25 coming in the night. Set up by Rangus, and she tricks it, sets it over the net. Kill, and it's out of bounds on Barton's point for Garden City. 6-10 as Garrett will get ready to set it over the net. Baldowski checking out for Garden City. And Sherman in on the front row. Ball gets over to the net. Out of bounds, and it was tipped by Garden, so it'll be point for Barton, as the number 15 of Santos now will check in for Barton, as well as Guadez. And Isabel Guadez will go back now to serve for the Lady Cougars. And the ball is over. Shallow sets up on the front court. Carlin, big step, and it's saved over on the Barton line. They'll set it up. And Sherman and Garrett both diving to save that. But they won't get there in time as the ball falls on the front row. So Guada is setting it up for Barton again. Ball is up, and it's over the net. Keb gets it. Carlin will push it back again, and big save there from the Bronkbusters. Big kill coming, and it's blocked by Sherman. Sherman gets the block onto the net, and Barton will easily tap it over. Big setup. Carlin drive, and it's saved by Barton. Keb to Vargas. Keb again taps it. Shallow front row. Barton keeps it alive. Big kill, and it is a big miss for Keb there on the far side. 7-13 and closer than the last game, but still not exactly what the Bronkbusters were looking forward to coming into the night. Guadez on the service line. She'll get it up, and it's over again. Garden City will set it up. Vargas, trick play over the net. She'll set it without the third hit. Vargas, Carlin, big drive coming. It's a kill for Carlin. Reagan Carlin saving that set right there. Now it's 8-13. As Garden City looking to get something going here. As Barton has held on to the lead this whole match. Tied back 3-3 back early, but Barton has led. Garden City has not. Big kill through the middle, and it's saved by Mang. Garden City will set it up. Garrett will bump it over. Big kill coming from Garden, and it's in. And that was a miss for Garrett as she was on the near side of the court. 8-14 in the second set. Now the number 3 of Nunnery will serve it off for the Lady Cougars. She gets it over. Mang pass. Vargas will set it up. And Keb will try to get it over the net, but it's quickly blocked on the front row of Barton. And a block for the number 15 of Santos. That's her 25th block of the night. Or excuse me, 25th block of the season. That's her first of the night. And Barton will get it over the net. Set up from Garden City. Big kill from Keb. She'll rotate front row. And Garrett misses it again. So the Libro's struggling tonight. And Hillets calls for another timeout as the Lady Bronkbusters unable to find some momentum. They're down by 8 here in the second set. We'll take a quick minute timeout. And back inside of Conestoga Arena, the Lady Bronkbusters struggling here in the first 2 sets. Dropped the first set to Barton, 25-11, and now trailing Barton again, 8-16, as Barton's increasing their lead ever so slightly. Carlin gets it over the net, and that's in! And that'll count as a kill for Carlin. We talked about Garrett coming in to tonight 8th in the NJCAA all-time standings. Carlin will get it over the net. Set up from Barton. Big kill. Big block by Sherman, and it's out of bounds. So a blocking error on Sherman and Keb. We talked about Garrett coming into the night 8th with all-time digs in the National Junior College Athletic Association. Same thing for Carlin. 2-week quarantine for these girls, and Carlin was at the time 4th in all-time kills for the season in the nation, and she only dropped to 10th. She's now got 184, looking to bump that up tonight and get back up into the top 5 in standings. Service over the net. Mang with a Keb had the fake, and Mang got her ball blocked from the front row again, and that's LaForce. And now Barton increases their lead to 10, as they did in the first set. Deja vu all over again. Sherman will tap it over. Barton struggling to keep it alive, and Sherman will try to tap it over the net. And just big effort from Vargas and Sherman, but unable to keep it alive for Barton. Some encouragement from the fans in the stands, as this is the first time fans have been allowed to Conestoga Arena for volleyball since October 9th of 2019. That was the last time fans were allowed to watch Lady Bronkbuster volleyball. So definitely a culture shock for these Busters. Never been in this type of atmosphere before. Sherman gets the ball over the net. Barton will set it up. Big kill coming from the middle court, and it's dropped again. Garden City unable to get that ball back up in the air after the kill coming from the middle lane. Garrett will check in. She gets a good pass from the service. Keb with the drive over the net. Barton will set it up. Near side block, and it's blocked by Baldowski. That's her second block of the night. Baldowski's now got 33 blocks on the season. And Keb gets it over the net easily. No stress there. Barton will set it up. Big kill coming from the near side. It's graces the net as Bronkbusters will set it up. Barton will set it up again. Far side. Kill to the middle, and it can't. The Bronkbusters can't even get it on that middle drive. And that'll be a rotation error on Baldowski. She moved too early there as the side ref caught that quickly. Vargas and Keb will check out of the game as Durham and Soltz will check in. Deja vu all over again. Garden City with 11. Barton 23 looking to close out the second set. And Taja getting an attack error for the Bronkbusters. Definitely Hiltz knew, and that's going to be out on Soltz.
Second set goes
And Coach Hiltz is going to call a timeout. Or excuse me, that'll do for the second set, 25 to 11. So deja vu for the Lady Bronkbusters as they are unable to get anything started. If they're going to do it, they've got to do it in this set. We knew tonight it was going to be a struggle for the Garden City Bronkbusters as they haven't had any practice since their game versus Independence back on the 9th. Some of these girls haven't even been at practice this last week. Baldowski, her first day was yesterday, and Sherman and Garrett had their first touch of the ball tonight. Literally tonight in the second set was the first time they were able to get any touches. And Alan Siegel must be pretty happy starting off 2-0 here inside Conestoga Arena, just needing one more. As Siegel comes into his second season for Barton. Coming into the night, Barton came in 5th with hitting percentage, 11th with kills per set, 13th, this is in the nation, 13th in assists per set, 18th in service service aces. Service errors came in 15th. Digs per set was 10th. They were 11th coming into this tonight in blocks per set. They're 15th in the nation with kills, 15th with assists, 8th in the nation with digs, and 9th in the nation with blocks. Definitely seeing that coming from them tonight as Hiltz looking to change up the lineup here for the final set. Hopefully, not the final set, but the third set here in Conestoga Arena. For the Lady Bronkbusters, coming in with some still impressive numbers, but not as good as Barton. Hitting percentage, 54th in the nation, 30th in kills per set, 23rd in assists per set, 34th in service aces, 36th in service errors, 23rd in digs per set, 60th in blocks per set. They're 18th with kills, with currently 544. Majority of those coming from Carlin. 16th in the nation with assists, 12th in the nation with digs. You can thank Garrett for that big stat right there. She's got 246 of the 834. And 31st in the nation with blocks. They've got 73, and a big chunk of those are coming from Baldowski and Sherman throughout the season. So look at your all-time stats here for both teams. Look at your Jayhawk Conference standings here. Number 6 Seward leads 6-0 in the conference. Garden City right behind him went 3-0 in the conference. Barton in third with 3-1. Hutchison 5-2. Colby 2-2. Butler is 3-3. Dodge City is 3-4. Pratt 1-7, and Independence 0-7. So look at your Jayhawk Conference standings in the volleyball side of things. So starting lineup here in the third set is going to be Sherman, Carlin, Vargas on the front row. Garrett, Meng, and Keb on the back row. Services up from the number 5 of Guadez. Garden will set it up. Carlin will get it over to the net. Dead ball over the net. Garden sets it up. Carlin, big spike coming. And it's retrieved from Barton. And it was... And Keb went for a diving, and she looked like she got it with the top of her hand as she dove for that ball, and the line judges called it in, but the referee on the net said no. It tipped the ground. Barton will get it over to the net. Big setup, back row spike from Meng, and it's no good. As the number 5 of Guadez sets to serve it on the line. Service is up and it's good. Keb on the back row sets it to Vargas. And it's easily blocked on the front row and it's out of bounds. Point for Garden. 1-3 now here for the Lady Bronkbusters. Finally getting a point on the board. Vargas will serve it for Garden City. She's got 12 aces on the season with 10 errors. And that's out of bounds on Barton. 2-2. Garden City looking to capitalize on their first lead of the night, as Barton has led the first 2 sets. Garden City only being able to tie. Vargas gets it over the net. Big setup. Big spike. Big block on the net with Sherman and Keb. Big spike middle, and Meng can't get it. Barely graced the knuckle of Meng, and it'll tap in. And that'll be a point for Barton. 3-2. Garden City can't get a lead. Barton gets it over to the net. Set up from Vargas. Kill. And it's blocked off the net. Barton getting ready to kill it over the net. Big save by Garrett, but it's too close to the net, and Garden City can't get it out of the net. So now 4-2 in favor of Barton. The student section filling up here in the final, or in the third set for Garden City. Keb, big kill, and the libero can't get it. It rolled under her arm, and that's a big kill for Keb. Garden City definitely needing that momentum now, as Carlin will go back to the line to serve. Carlin, near side serve. Good serve. Barton struggling to keep it alive. They'll get it back over to the net. Garrett to Carlin. Meng. And it's on the net. She can't get it to go over. So now Miller for Barton will serve it. She's 12 of 10 on service aces and airs. Big setup. And Sherman deceives Barton, and they'll stumble over it, as that was a tip for Barton, and Angel getting the point for the Lady Bronkbusters. 4-5. Garden City trying to turn it around here in the third set. Sherman on the line. She'll get it over. Barton looking to set it up. Big spike coming from the middle, and it looked like Sherman had it. It looked like Sherman graced it with the knuckles, but they'll call it an dead ball on the court. So now a 2-point deficit for the Bronkbusters. Obviously better than the 11-25 deficit from the first two sets, as Herder from Great Bend gets ready to serve it. She'll get it over. Vargas sets it up. Keb on the far side, and that's out of bounds. Another point for Barton as they're starting to grow their lead once again. 4-7. Herder on the service line. She'll get it up and over. Garrett to Vargas. Big kill from Baldowski. Baldowski got that quick kill over the net, and it looked like they were going to set it up to be a long air ball, but a quick one. Good set from Vargas. She quickly gets it over to Baldowski, and she'll quickly get it down over the net. Now Keb over the line. She gets it. Barton will set it up, middle, and that's out of bounds. Good read by Garden City here. Garden City not letting Barton get away here. 6-7, and not so fast. Barton trying to run away here with the early lead 2-0 in the match. Keb on the line. She'll get it over. Barton will get it over. Keb. Vargas will set it up. Baldowski with the fake. Keb on the back row, and it's out of bounds. So now 2-point deficit for Garden City, as Testoni will serve it over for Barton. Good serve there. Mang, cross court, and it's out of bounds. Just the amount of errors not helping Garden City at all tonight. From blocking errors to passing errors, you name it. The biggest deception, big save there by Vargas. She got down to the ball quick on the net, and that's out of bounds. And Garden City, big effort there by Vargas to keep it alive at the net. They'll get it back over, and Barton serving it out of line. 7-9 now. Garden City hanging on here in the late third set. Mang will get it over the net. Carlin will tap it over the net. It was a shallow pass on Barton's side, as Testoni couldn't get it back far enough from the net, and Carlin just jumps up and taps it with the fingertip roll. Now Mang gets it over the net. Barton setting it up on the near side. Vargas to Garrett. Set up for Carlin. She'll tap it in, and she'll get the point. Garden City ties it with 9. Amazing effort from Carlin. She gets the finger tap and the kill to put Garden City now tied here in the third set. Mang on the service line. She'll get it over. Good set, but it's too hard, and Garden City yet to get a lead here. As now the number 2 of Madison Armstrong will get ready to serve. She's 0-7 with service aces and airs. Big save by Mang, and the Bronkbusters struggling to keep it alive over there. 9-11 in favor of Barton here. Barton trying to sail away here in the third set, but Garden City hanging on strong. Carlin with a big tap, and Barton saves it. Back over the net. Garden City will set it up again. Vargas to Carlin. Middle kill! And that's a big-time kill for Reagan Carlin, the all-time leader of Garden City. She's currently 10th in the nation with kills, and she's proving a point tonight. Was 4th back on the 9th versus Independence. Dropped to 10th during the 2-week quarantine. And Carlin trying to get that number to go back up. Big kill down the middle. And Garden City struggling to get a pass off the middle. And that's been Barton's strong suit all night. Killing it straight down the line. 10-12. Definitely a lot closer than the last 2 sets here in the arena. As the number 5 of Guades gets to serve. Ball is up, and it's good for Barton. Carlin, big block, big kill on the net, and it's blocked by the number 7 of Bowdoin. Excuse me, that was the number 1 of Addison Kreitz getting the block there on the front row. And now Barton with the 3-point lead here. As Guades gets to serve it over the line. Ball's up, and it's over the net. Carlin, big spike over to the net. Barton will keep it alive. Kreitz, and it's out of line. Mariah Santos too hard on the front line, and Barton unable to sail away here, but not so fast. Vargas on the service line. Garden City hasn't been able to get over 11 points all night. Quick tap over for Barton. Garden City responds. Keb with the kill, and it's in! 12-13. Garden City holding on. Highest score for the Broncbusters tonight. And Garden City looking to take their first lead of the night with Vargas on the service line. She's currently 9 of 1 for service aces over airs, meaning she's only got 1 service error. And a big block by Carlin at the line! And Garden City ties it again. 13-13, and Coach Hiltz is pumped, and Siegel calls a timeout for Barton. Your Lady Broncbusters tie it at 13 here in the 3rd set, and not so fast, Barton. The Garden City Community College Broncbusters keeping it alive here in the 3rd set. We'll take a 30-second timeout. We'll be back with more Broncbuster volleyball action here in Conestoga Arena. Back inside Conestoga Arena. If you're just joining us, Garden City dropping the first 2 sets, 11-25 in both of them, to Barton Community College, but now tied game here, 13-13, as Garden City looks to take their first lead of the night. As Vargas will get ready to serve it on the line. She's only got 1 air of the season, and she'll keep it that way. Barton sets it up, big middle, and it was tipped. And point for Barton. So Garden City yet to get a lead here in the night. That's their 4th tie of the night, though. Their 2nd one in this set. Service is up from Barton, and it's good over the net. Garden will set it up. Carlin, big spike on the net. Barton responds. And a big dig by Garrett. Carlin, spike, and it's in! Reagan Carlin with the great pass from Garrett. And it's tied 14-all here in the 3rd set. As Reagan Carlin will go to the line now to serve for the Broncbusters. Carlin is 15-18 on service aces and air this season. Big setup, big tip on the net. Vargas will set it up. Meng, tap over the net. Barton responds. Miller, big dig from Garrett. Garrett got the first dig of the night from that middle row shot, and it goes straight up into the ceiling and back down as Garden was unable to respond quick enough. 14-15, closest game tonight. Ball's over and it's good. Vargas to Meng. She'll get it over. Barton will set it up now. And that's a block. And that's a blocking error on Meng as it goes flying off on the far side. As Miller will get it over the line. Big save there by Vargas. Garrett. Barton now will set it up. Back and forth at the net. And Vargas tipped it. And now Barton getting another big lead here, 14-17, as Hiltz will call a timeout. Barton and Garden City going back and forth on the net with taps. And Barton getting the point there. So, Lady Bronkbuster volleyball not the only thing going on tonight, as we had more athletics around Garden City tonight. The Lady Bronkbusters and the men Bronkbuster basketball team traveled to Dodge City tonight. The ladies went into overtime and were trying to snap a losing streak. Were unable to, as they fell to Dodge in overtime, 65-62 in favor of Dodge. On the men's side of things, big turnaround for the men, as the men traveled to Dodge City as well, and they won against Dodge City 84-79 with some last-minute points by KJ Marshall and others. I was listening to Mike Philosoph, colleague over on 99.9 The Rock, before tonight's volleyball match, and it was a good final quarter coming from Dodge City. Miller on the line, she'll get the ball up, and it's over. Garden City looking to stay alive here in the third set. Keb, big kill, saved by Miller. Barton struggling, but will get it back over the net. Momentum for Garden City is something they need. Keb, big spike over the net. Barton keeps it alive still. And a big block by Sherman. And that's out of line. That's out of bounds on the number 15 of Santos. Too strong there. And Garden City getting the point there, 15-17. The Barton Community College Cougars' biggest lead of the night was 3, as Garden City has held on the strongest. Big spike from Baldowski. And that's out of bounds. And now a 1-point lead for Barton, as Garden City is trying to keep it alive here. Big home crowd. First time since October 9th of 2019 since fans have been in this arena for volleyball. Good serve from Sherman. Big block by Baldowski and Keb on the line. And that's a kill for Santos. She gets that middle going again. That's been Barton's sweet spot, is that middle row. And now a 2-point lead for Barton again. As Herder will set to serve from the line for Barton. Ball is up and it's good. Garrett. Big kill and a block on the net from Barton. That's LaForce, and that's her 5th block on the net tonight. And Coach Schultz walking out, talking to Baldowski about that last play. Wasn't happy about it. 16-19. 3-point lead for Barton. It's been their biggest all night. Garrett. Meng will get it over the net. And that's in bounds, and that's a point for Garden City. Garden City trying to keep it alive here. 2-point deficit here, as Barton has unable to sail away like they have in the first 2 sets. Because as Barton's only lead was by 3, and that's their biggest in this final third set.
That's 4 hits. That's 4 hits.
And as Hiltz coming in front of me saying that's 4 hits. And Hilt's not happy as Barton getting a. And Hilt's now conferring with the officials here as Hiltz and Sagal exchange words across the court as the officials now talking on the far side. Hiltz contesting that it was 4 hits. And Hiltz counting to 4 here to my right.
What was the decision on that? They're allowed 4 now? Is that what they
And
You couldn't call the line judges and see if they saw one?
and Hiltz trying to
That's what they're there for too.
and Hiltz trying to confer with the officials here as they did not reverse that call. 20-17 in favor of Barton. Mang on the far side. Block! And it's a point for them. As Garden City's hanging in here, 18-20 in favor of Barton, as Mang will head to the line now. Possibly could have been 19-20 as Hiltz was asking for a line judge opinion on that one call. Big kill, big block by Baldowski. Barton barely keeps it alive, and they get it under the net, and that's a point for for Garden City. Barton struggling, and Sagal will call a timeout now to my far left. Garden City hanging in there, looking to win their first set of the night with momentum on their side. We'll go ahead and take a 1-minute timeout. We'll be back for the conclusion of the third set on Buster TV. Back inside Conestoga Arena as the Lady Bronkbusters are 0-2 right now in the match, trailing by Barton. Coach Hiltz in front of me conferring with the sideline official about the amount of timeouts Garden City still has. Mang will get the ball over, and that's too strong for Mang. A service error for Mang when Garden City didn't need one. That's her 17th service error of the season with only 9 service aces to compare to. As Madison Armstrong from Dodge City gets this ready to serve it at the line. Ball's up and it's over. Big setup coming from Carlin. Carlin spikes! And Barton will respond. Big block by Baldowski on the front line. Vargas will try to set it over the net. Easy tap respond from Barton now. Vargas set up to Carlin. She'll tap it over. Barton, big dive from Herder. Garrett to Vargas. Back row kill from Keb. Barton keeping it alive. Back and forth here. Keb, and she can't keep it alive for Garden City. And now it's a 3-point lead again for Barton. Barton's biggest lead of the night. They've only led by 3. No lead changes. Biggest lead was 3, and that's for Barton. Carlin, big spike blocked at the net by Barton. Garden City will set it up again. Baldowski gets it over now. Barton trying to respond here. Big save by Keb in the back row. Garrett will get it over for Garden City now. Barton gets it over. Set up from Vargas to Carlin. And Carlin can't respond with the block at the net. And now Coach Hiltz calling his final timeout here in front of me as things start to wither away for the Garden City Bronkbusters. 19-23 as Barton gets their biggest lead of the night now by 4. We'll stay here inside Conestoga Arena as things starting to heat up. So if you're just joining us here late in the broadcast, Garden City trailing Barton 19-23, conference rival, as Barton winning both first sets 25-11 in both of them, but a lot closer game here in the third set, as the student section to my, say, in front of me and to my right to a bit, and sections D and E starting to do the YMCA dance, trying to get some energy in here for the Lady Bronkbusters, trying to hang on. Amazing effort from the Bronkbusters tonight, though this is their first game after a 2-week quarantine. Their last game was played back on the 9th versus Independence. They won that straight out 3-0. So your Garden City Bronkbusters are currently 7-6 overall in the season, 3-0 in the Jayhawk Conference. We got the winning streak versus Independence. They're 1-0 on home court, 3-1 away, and 3-5 on neutral play. Big save by Keb. Carlin with the spike over the net, and Barton unable to get a 3-set hit as Garden now still trying to get it over the net. Carlin, kill, and it's blocked at the line again. Carlin, Meng, back row, spike. And that's out of bounds, and that'll be match point for Barton. 24-19, the Lady Bronkbusters in trouble here. And this is a big serve for Armstrong, for Barton. Serve is up. Meng on the back row gets it. Vargas. Baldowski cross court. And that's it. The Lady Bronkbusters will fall to the Barton Community College Cougars here in Conestoga Arena. Their first conference loss of the year. And hopefully not the last. Or excuse me, hopefully the last for Garden City. Stay here and try to get an interview with Coach Hiltz. As Sagel and Hiltz exchanging words here to my far left, or near left. So Garden City will fall to 7-7 in the overall. They'll fall to 3-1 in the conference. A 1-game losing streak, 1-1 from home here in Garden City. As we'll see if Coach Hiltz will do a post-game interview here. Coach, giving us 5 minutes. Are you sure? All right. We'll get Coach Hiltz here on the mic for a post-game interview.